And now I wish you good morning to all the viewers tuning in on the West Coast. Sorry for the technical difficulties with the audio. We should be all good to go now. My name is Ryan Figert, here to describe the action. We are 6 minutes into this game between Willamette University and Occidental College, the conclusion of our Labor Day round robin here at Paul McGinley Field. Both of these teams already facing off against Southwestern and Trinity on the weekend. Occidental, a pair of losses, notably a really close loss yesterday against Southwestern, in which they lost their captain, Adrian Paredes, to a red card. And Skylar Frey converted the subsequent penalty after a retake to secure the victory for Coach Dustin Norman and Southwestern. So Occidental looking to get their second win of the season overall, with their first on the weekend. It's laid off here for Teplitz. Justin Kent back out for Matthew Teplitz. Scored yesterday in that Southwestern game. Willamette splitting the two games so far. They defeated Southwestern 2-1 to open their season on Friday, and fell 2-0 to Trinity yesterday. It was a hard-fought 80 minutes, and then the Trinity depth really paid dividends towards the end of the game. 2 goals in the final 10 minutes to secure the win for Trinity University. Ty Hernandez tracking back, making the intervention for Occidental College. Corcoran brings it over the halfway line, now Strites. Down the line for Chmielewski. Here's Justin Kent with space to put the ball in. Carnevale palms it away from his goal. Teplitz keeps it alive. And Doherty finally sends it clear. Some of the things I was saying in the first 5 minutes include that Willamette a little bit light today. They're without their senior goalkeeper, Anthony Richard Bassett, because of injury, and a couple other guys carrying some minor knocks. Occidental College, on the other hand, bringing their entire roster down to San Antonio. They'll have certainly some strength in numbers. Rotating a few of their senior starters out of the lineup today, including goalkeeper Scott Drazen. He's replaced by James Cahill. Willamette just about break the press, and Galloway sends it down the line for Doherty. Ortiz puts it across, and Sato tracks it down on the right wing. Sato beats his man, who recovers to block the cross. And then Karp sends it into the stands here at Paul McGinley Field. Loose pass from Galloway there as he was put under pressure. And now Chmielewski's forward with nobody to defend him. Berner Hayes finally comes across. And Galloway, in the end, makes the recovery run. Carnevale in the ear of his back line. So they got a little bit lax in possession on that occasion. It's one of the main patterns of play we've seen from the Bearcats this weekend, with Galloway dropping in and picking up the ball in sort of the left back position and looking to go forward from there. Oxy swing this corner in, and it comes back to Teplitz. Takes a heavy first touch. It's held up by Baronian. Strong tackle from Corcoran. And a loose touch from Ortiz, turns it right back over. Coach Edelman just trying to raise the level as he sees His team making some uncharacteristic mistakes at the moment. Third game in 4 days, always going to be difficult, but you're really not helping yourself out with some simple mistakes such as what Ortiz just did. But he's fighting now, and he's winning a free kick in the center circle.
Hey boys, execution! Hey, a little bit better pressure out wide. When we win the ball, we need you a bit more vertical. Let's go, Wes. Come on. Well done. Let's go.
Burner Hayes gets it back going for the Bearcats. And here's Galloway again dropping in. He's going to be put under pressure by Bosworth, who made the sprint. Galloway just going back to Burner Hayes, and there's another miscue. It's time from Dominguez Pescasio on the far side. Oxy defender here told to step back. He'd advanced too far for the referee's liking ahead of this throw. Goes short for Waters. Hernandez looks off Sato. And a similar mistake to what we've seen on the Bearcats' end. Puts it straight out of bounds. It was always going to be tough to have a super high quality game today when it's the third game in 4 days for both teams. But I think either coach is a little unhappy with what they've seen so far. Galloway into midfield for Ortiz, who drops it back off. Now Kidder brings it into the final third. Vanderveld's forward. Back to Kidder. Now darts into the box. Simon Kidder has his cross blocked out for a corner. Good work from the sophomore out of Bend, Oregon. Started 7 out of the 8 games for Willamette last year. They were 8-0 in a limited schedule of just local opponents and never left Oregon. They started this year 1-0. That victory over Southwestern, and played Trinity hard, as I mentioned, all the way until the 80th minute. This cross is swung in and claimed by James Cahill. One of the Occidental College Tigers here stays down in the aftermath of the corner. And we'll pause for a moment while the trainer comes out to check on the Tigers player who stayed down here in the goal mouth. You're watching Willamette and Occidental College here on Labor Day Monday. We'll be right back in just a moment. So Sebastian Romero replaces Evan Karp, who's still being assessed by the trainer, now on the Occidental bench. Romero started the opening 2 games, so he certainly got the quality, and here he is on the ball right away. But an unfortunate ending to the game, it looks like, for Evan Karp. Romero forward, finds the feet of Teplitz. Teplitz off the mark here in 2021 with a goal yesterday. Edwin Ortiz tracking all the way back and blocking the cross from Streitz. And it'll be a throw-in for Occidental deep in Bearcat territory.
Eddie, look at the keeper.
Streitz can't find a teammate. Doherty makes the interception. Now a chance for Kidder to get his head up, and he finds the run of Doherty in behind at the left wing. Phil Doherty inside for Baronian, and now the Bearcats look to change the point of attack, although that one's off the mark for Vandervelde. 4 changes now coming for Occidental. Joey Schwartz, Kai Feidelholtz, Sam Jenkins, and Jack Meeker, one of the captains.
Number 10, Joey Schwartz. Number 23.
So some fresh legs off the bench for Coach Lafferty.
Number 13, Jack Meeker.
Something that Coach Adelman may not have the luxury of throughout this game. The short bench. I mentioned earlier, part of his roster left back at home in contact tracing protocol. So couldn't bring 4 of the rostered players for the Bearcats. It's a throw for Willamette just inside the Oxy half. He's looking for Baroni, and it comes back to Vandervelde, who's put under pressure, and he'll get a chance to do it again from just about the same spot. Over the head of Varev, who tracks it down. Sato with a loose touch, gives possession to Occidental. First involvement for Schwartz. As he looked for the run of Chmielewski. Pass was off the mark.
Kidder's here. Kidder's here. You got Simon.
Carnevale goes long. Great touch from Kidder to bring it out of the sky. Berner Hayes in for Ortiz all the way back to the goalkeeper. The Bearcats very comfortable in this sort of cyclical, calm, composed possession. Although that's a big ask of Carnevale, who settles it for Berner Hayes. They're certainly testing the goalkeeper. Skills with the ball at his feet. And they go across for Dominguez Piscasio. Varev down the line for Vandervelde. The fullback's pushing up really high in this build-up. And as soon as Willamette work it over the halfway line, Occidental College able to regain possession. And they go back to their own goalkeeper, James Cahill. Meeker, the senior, one of the few seniors coming back for Coach Lawfrey this year. In addition to 5 new players last year and plenty this season as well, there's a lot of new faces up and down the roster. And so those fifth-year seniors providing the stability in a transition year. Occidental not playing at all in 2020. The SCIAC not holding any competitions, similar to the SCAC, which Trinity University plays in. The Northwest Conference played just a local schedule, but they actually didn't host any type of championship. So Willamette ended the year 8-0, having only played 3 different teams and without a chance to play for a trophy. They'll have again this season. Jake Foster into the game for Occidental, as Doherty loses it under pressure from Streitz. Corcoran back to Romero. Hernandez gets his head up, finds the ball down the line for Streitz. Good turn, and the ball is given back to Streitz if he can keep it in play, and he can. Cross now swung in. Arrives at the back post. For Sam Jenkins, whose shot was blocked. Carnevale was already reacting. Never reached him. Occidental College with more possession in the dangerous areas so far, though neither team has really gone close to opening the scoring. Throw in headed clear by Vandervelde ahead of the near post. Ortiz applying the pressure here as Ebley finds a teammate. It's good feed from Joey Schwartz. It's getting really congested there just at the top of the area as Occidental look for any space. And Willamette send it out for a throw-in on the other end. Free kick for Joey Schwartz, the junior out of Highland Park, Illinois. He's one of 4 players in black and orange standing around the ball right now. We'll see when the dust settles who's set to take it. Looks like a right foot and a left-footed option. Just 2 stay back, so everyone else in the penalty area. Carnevale going to need to be commanding here with so many players crowded close to goal. 2 hands raised, and they go with the left-footed outswinging service towards the back post and just over Kai Feidelholtz, who was at full stretch at the back post. And the curve on it, it actually stayed in play all the way until went out for a throw on this near side. Baronian tries to play it for Ortiz, but Ebley's in the way. Galloway for Doherty. Dominguez Piscasio in for Kidder. Who lays it off for Carnevale. Under pressure now from Schwartz. The Bearcats send it into the channel for Baronian. It's beaten to it by Romero. So far, Willamette looking comfortable with the ball in their own third, but not really able to advance it like we've seen in the first two games this weekend. Beyond the halfway line. Strites puts the ball into the box, sent clear by Dominguez Piscasio. Two more changes coming for Occidental. Lucas Howlett and Ryan Lee.
Number 28, Lucas Howlett, into the game.
Looks like changes at either fullback position. And Willamette will answer with changes on the wings. Jetstar and Ben Boswell set to come in as it's flicked on at the near post, and there's the opening goal. Kai Feidelholtz turns it in from close range after the Bearcats didn't deal with the long throw-in. And huge congratulations for him from the Occidental bench. They've got the lead. And that'll send us right into our hydration break with 20 minutes to go. Occidental grabbed the lead. And we'll see what adjustments that either coaching staff will make coming out in just about 2 minutes. You're watching Willamette and Occidental on the Tiger Network. A goal for Kai Feidelholtz separates the two teams as we'll kick off here following the water break. Looking very much like a quarter almost as we kick off again. The water break here, the humidity is off the charts in San Antonio on this Monday morning. It's only 81 degrees listed, but with almost 80% humidity, it feels a lot hotter. Sweating more than even yesterday midday. So we kicked off here at 10 a.m. local time for the matinee. Before these two teams head back to the West Coast and continue preparations for their conference season. See what the Bearcats can do in response. They made a couple changes with Jetstar coming into the game for Edwin Ortiz. And Ben Boswell out there as well. I'm not sure who he replaced. Looked like Varev in midfield. Doherty unmarked at the left side of your screen right now if his teammates can find him. It's forward with Sato on the right wing. Sato darts past 1 and 2, and he's fouled just on the edge of the area. Referee determining that the foul happened just before the line. Of course, the line is part of the box, so it would be a penalty if the contact continued onto the line. And if Sato's okay to continue, it'll be a great chance for him to whip this in on the left foot. As the big bodies come up from the back for the Bearcats, they'll be looking for Burner Hayes if they don't opt for a direct shot on goal here from Sato. He's got off to a scoring start here in San Antonio. The spectacular goal on Friday. Also missed a penalty in that game. James Cahill's got to be prepared for a shot, and he's got to be prepared for a cross all at the same time. You see he's getting his bearings right now in the Occidental goal. Sato raises his right hand, sends it towards the back post. Burner Hayes puts it in. It's not cleared, and Doherty flicks it towards goal, but doesn't get any power in the shot, nor the direction he was hoping for. Looked like a well-coordinated set piece there for Burner Hayes, who was the target, and he drifted towards the back post, heading it across for a teammate. Just couldn't find the finishing touch. Couldn't find the instant response to going behind. Certainly energized the Bearcats. The goal as well as the substitutions, but Occidental College able to play through the pressure. Here's Eble on the left foot, and the German midfielder slipped as he took the shot. But with some of the regular starters coming into the game for Occidental, they certainly look more comfortable creating chances out of possession. And they're always going to press. We've seen that across the weekend. The real question is, can the Bearcats start to connect this defensive possession and create chances? Here's a look at Pierce Galloway. He's running down the left wing, cuts inside Hernandez. Lee tries to dribble clear now. He's got a couple of maroon shirts around him. Lee puts it out for a throw. And looks like a long throw is coming here from Ben Boswell. Burner Hayes forward, Dominguez Piscasio forward. Towards Burner Hayes, he flicks on at the near post, and the shot comes in. It's blocked behind for a corner. Willamette looking to answer a goal off a long throw with one of their own. Haven't seen much of Ben Boswell this weekend. Now we know he's got that in his locker. Sato comes across to take the corner. Referee going to have a conversation here. Some of the Bearcats are crowded around the goalkeeper. Talking to between a player of each team. It's Doherty who's involved for Willamette. As the Bearcats make their runs, it's sent towards the back post. The keeper thought about coming for it, retreated onto his line, and his teammates dealt with it. Boswell caught in possession. Boswell now wrong side. And still advancing down the left wing is Fiedelholtz, the goal scorer today. Meeker on the turn. Doherty got back and made the intervention. The strong run from Fiedelholtz, the first year. His confidence will be bolstered by his first collegiate goal. Sato going to be replaced by Sebastian Ruelas. It's going to drop Baroni in a little bit deeper as Sato, the number 10, comes to the bench. Vandervelde steps through and wins the ball back, drops it off for Berner Hayes.
Stretch us, Jet. Jet, stretch us now. Stretch us now. Get out of there.
Carnevale evades the pressure of two Tigers, and Dominguez Pascasio goes direct towards Ruelas. Hernandez up to win it. And Galloway can't corral possession, so it stays with the black and orange. Ty Hernandez has been one of the standouts for Occidental this weekend. He's played in midfield prior to today, where now he's dropped in as a center back. He's looked really composed in possession. And again, picks out a good pass for Schwartz. Schwartz scoops it with the outside of his right foot, creating space now. Plenty of runners in the area for Fiedelholtz. But it runs out of room. And what looked like a promising attack comes to a halt here with 13 minutes to go. Ends up with the Carnevale goal kick. Berner Hayes over the head of everybody into the Oxy bench. Tigers will make a change with Foley Stevenson into the game for Fiedelholtz, the goal scorer. Ryan Lee takes the throw in over the head of Jake Foster. Lee up to win the second ball, but Willamette control it with Ruelas. Boswell forward for Galloway. He tried to flick it around the corner, but the run didn't come from Ben Boswell. And again, Oxy told to back up here ahead of this throw in. Boswell finds the feet of Kidder. Berner Hayes. Great ball wide for Doherty. Doherty dawdles on the ball. Has it taken away by Foley Stevenson, who's involved straight away off the bench. And it's the opposite number 22, Jet Star, who's whistled for a foul. Meeker into midfield for Schwartz. Meeker gives it away to Galloway, but he gives it right back to the Tigers. Referee swallows the whistle there, and Ruelas brings it away, touches it past another defender, eventually runs into Romero. Ruelas wanted a foul, maybe for a tug on the jersey. Whistle not going either way there for the referee. Here's Kidder, finds a pocket of space, puts it forward for Ruelas, who's flat-footed. And Hernandez comes flying through to clear. Ruelas has been presented with one great opportunity in each of the first two games for the Bearcats. He's still looking to get off the mark here in 2021. They both come coincidentally off his head, and they've both been saved by the opposition goalkeeper. We'll see if he gets another chance to maybe find the equalizer while he's in at the number 9 position. He made the run there, wasn't spotted. Now Jet Star has it at his feet, goes in behind the outside of the right foot, but the shape on the ball wasn't there. Coach Adelman pleading with his team to find a more intelligent style, find their usual comfort in possession and creating chances that we haven't seen so far here in the first half. Jake Foster dropping deep here. Now spreads it wide for Lee. Ebley in the midfield for Jenkins. Now Howlett goes on the overlap. Ill-advised ball across, and now Galloway tries to put it in behind for Ruelas. Jetstar making the run at the back post, but he's not spotted by Ruelas, who has to check back, but he's fouled. And now a chance for the Bearcats to step up the field with 8 minutes to go in the half. Vandervelde, who's been set to come out of the game here for just a few minutes now, with Abdul Ali waiting, stands over this free kick. Great shape on it, and it finds the head of Brenner Hayes, who lays it at the feet of Ruelas. Denied from close range by James Cahill. And he watches the follow-up sail over the bar. Talked about the opportunities for Ruelas. There's another one. Still looking for his first Bearcat goal. That was a great chance to find the equalizing goal today. Ruelas was a dominant goal scorer for Chemeketa Community College before he transferred to Willamette. Scored 22 goals and assisted 10 in 25 games. Maybe just needs to regain that confidence when the chances do arrive for the number 9. Ryan Lee with Star on his back. Star eventually pulls out of the challenge, and Lee puts it across. Carnevale is quick off his line ahead of Schwartz. And Carnevale not happy about something. He's up in the face of Joey Schwartz. Has to be careful with no reserve goalkeeper on the bench today. Dominguez Pascasio gets his head up. Ali is now onto the field, went on the overlapping run, but never reached him. And now Dominguez Pascasio has to deal with Schwartz. He does well, but again, just giving possession back to Occidental. It's getting tiring right now for the Bearcats. It's Max Brown, another one of the substitutes, is on at right wing. Kidder leaves his man in the dust with the drop of the shoulder. And a tug on the jersey brings the referee's whistle. Galloway dropping deepest here. Finds the ball to Brenner Hayes, who's got to move it quickly under pressure from Ebley. Galloway goes direct. And so far the Bearcats just haven't been able to get on the end of some of these direct balls. And now it's slipped in behind. A chance maybe for Oxy to make it 2. The Jenkins shot was blocked by the retreating Abdul Ali. Substitute had the fresh legs to get back. Make a crucial intervention here with under 5 minutes to go. They go short from the corner. Short's able to turn and fires a low ball in. Doherty puts out for another corner kick. Actually, not too many Occidental College Tigers in the area right now. One just about 25 yards from goal, 2 in the center circle, and 2 are short. As Starr gets a deflection on that corner and puts it out for a third straight offering on the way. Just 4 targets in black and orange at the moment in the 18-yard box. They look for one, but Brenner Hayes gets it clear, and the shot comes in. Strong save down to his left, Peter Luca Carnevale. Tough to see that one through traffic. Did well to push it wide. Looks like a position of real depth for the Bearcats this season between Richard Bassett when he returns from injury and Carnevale, sophomore out of Seattle, Washington. Chance for Max Brown, first real involvement since coming off the bench. He finds the ball to Ruelas and runs beyond Sebastian Ruelas. Here's Max Brown into the area, gets there first, but his shot is immediately blocked by James Cahill, who came rushing off his line. Most promising counterattack for the Bearcats in a while. Their best chance of the game for Ruelas came from a set piece. Romero and Hernandez just exchanging passes at the moment as everybody catches their breath on the field. Dominguez-Pascasio chasing into midfield here. And the run comes from Ryan Lee. If he can keep this in play, he'll have some space ahead of him. And it runs out ahead of the first-year right back. Burner Hayes launches it down the field. Nobody there. And the miscommunication for Occidental. Really could have brought that one down with no pressure from any Bearcat player. Ball falls at the feet of Max Brown. Wide now for Jetstar. And for Baronian, who takes the contact, and Jack Meeker commits the foul. A dangerous spot. Baronian lines this one up. He's off the mark this season, scored in the opening game against Southwestern. He's going to look to pick out a teammate here. It's a great shape on the ball, but the keeper comes and makes a strong claim. It's been a good showing so far for James Cahill, who's in place of Scott Drazen. He's rotated out today, the senior goalkeeper, making a real case for more minutes down the line at the moment. Ball over the top, Ruelas in there. Ryan Lee headed it down, and Ty Hernandez sent it clear. Jetstar, the overlapping run coming from Galloway, but just another miscue. Puts it out of bounds, 50 seconds to go. Ryan Lee backs up and takes the throw. Header won by Doherty. Their last chance in this is Baronian lifts it in behind. Max Brown and Ruelas had made the same run. And now Oxy will look to go the other way. Brenner Hayes under pressure from Schwartz. He's composed, he plays it wide for Doherty. Doherty shifts it to Abdul Ali, who's got space to go, but just 10 seconds on the clock. Sends it in, Ruelas underneath it, and the spectacular from Jetstar is off the bar. Nearly an otherworldly effort to end the half, but nevertheless, Occidental College leads 1-0. You're watching a Monday matinee here, NCAA men's soccer action on the Tiger Network. Welcome you back here for the second half of action at Paul McGinley Field as the Willamette University Bearcats trail the Occidental College Tigers 1-0 on a goal from Kai Fiedelholtz following a long throw in the 25th minute of action just before the hydration break in the first half. Statistics from the opening 45, 52% possession in favor of Occidental College. They had 5 shots, just the one on target that ended up in the back of the net. And for Willamette, the other 48% possession, 4 shots, 2 on target, 4 corner kicks, and a pair of saves for Pierluca Carnevale. Back underway with Sebastian Ruelas leading the line for first-year head coach Sam Edelman. Got off to a winning start to his coaching career on Friday with a victory 2-1 over Southwestern University. Followed up with a stern test of his team's character against Trinity, where they held firm for 80 minutes and gave up 2 goals in the final 10 for their first loss of the season, and they're looking to head home on a high. As it stands right now, it's Occidental College who are looking for their first win of the weekend before the trip home. This one's sent in behind for Ruelas. Great weight on the pass, and Ruelas is going to get there. He's brought to ground, and the referee says fairly. Ruelas, not much by way of complaints. More coming from the Willamette bench than from the striker on the field. He's immediately on it here. Takes the first touch off his head. Takes the shot on the right foot. Blocked behind for a corner. Good start to the second half here for Willamette. Sato come across to take. He's looking for an in-swinging service on the left foot. Quick conference between Ali and Berner Hayes at the top of the box, discussing which runs they're going to make. As the senior from Sunnyvale, California, puts an arm up and whips the service in. First header's blocked. Second one sent well clear. Kidder brings it down. Max Brown puts it up the field. Berner Hayes has stayed forward. He's down the left wing now. Brings it under control with the first touch. Cross on the left foot is blocked. And Eble sends it down the field. Closest moment for the Bearcats came in the final 5 seconds as Jetstar's acrobatic attempt hit the crossbar. Ruelas also had another chance 10 or so minutes prior. Bearcats now searching for the equalizer as Galloway goes past one and squares it. Ruelas misses his kick. Huge opportunity. It's great work from Galloway down the left side, who chopped back on his defender and rolled it across. And that really should have been the equalizing goal. Much better energy for the Bearcats coming out here in the opening 5 minutes of the second half. We'll see how long they can sustain the pressure with a depleted squad and on short rest. Occidental College likewise just played yesterday, but brought their entire roster of 30-plus players, and they've been using their depth. Ball sent in by Corcoran. All the way through for Streitz. As a strike. Skews wide off his right foot. Willamette goes short. Laid back to Carnevale, who's forced to clear. Even his clearance so accurate to the feet of Sato, who's right where his goalkeeper expected him to be. You don't know how much Coach Adelman changed from the former coach, Jared Russ, in terms of the system. But his team certainly looks really far along in terms of the tactics. Everybody's where their teammates generally expect them to be. Been impressed by their ability just to be composed when the opposition are pressing. especially this man on the ball, Simon Kidder. Puts it wide for Ali. Shown his versatility, now playing as a left back. Lifts this one in behind for Starr to chase, but way too much on it. For the junior from West Lynn, Oregon. Clock's going to be stopped here. Sato's got some blood. It needs to be cleaned up. And he'll be replaced straight away by Edwin Ortiz.
Number 11, Edwin Ortiz into the game for Willamette.
Sato didn't want to come out. Just wanted to get wrapped up and come straight back in. He may still do so. He's being seen to by the training staff right now. Galloway wins the first header, and now Ruelas is forward down the right wing. He's around his defender, cuts it back to the top of the box for Ortiz. Shot ends up just wide as Ortiz straight up off the bench goes close once again for the Bearcats. Looking a lot more like the team that took it to Southwestern in the first half of the opening game right now. And the team that were making a lot of simple mistakes and really lacked energy in the first half. Galloway drops it off for Brenner Hayes. Kidder able to turn. Kidder drives past his defender. He's got three around him, but you wouldn't know. His composure on the ball. Brenner Hayes' pass is blocked, but ends up right back at his feet. Carnevale forward. Galloway gets ahead to it. Jazz Henry wins it back for the Tigers. Here's Ty Hernandez coming forward into midfield. Lays it off for Jazz Henry. Now Corcoran past Max Brown. Too much on that one for Bosworth. Bearcats go quickly. Kidder lifts it forward for Brown. And then wins it back when his teammates touch, let him down. Back at the feet of Corcoran. He's got his head up, plays it down the line for Teplitz. Into midfield for Kent. Now Hernandez. Down the line for Strites. His cross right into the arms of Carnevale. Looking to go quickly. Didn't see anything he liked, and now he'll take his time. Booming punt from the goalkeeper. Ruelas challenging now for the second ball. Wins it unchallenged. Can't find a teammate as there's a coming together involving Strites. The Bearcats win it back in the center circle. Dominguez Pascasio put under pressure. Bosworth. And trying to make life difficult for the Bearcats when he can. Here he is challenging Carnevale. Sends it down the field where Jazz Henry meets it with his head. Now Corcoran into the half space. Great dummy from Bosworth. Put him behind. Abdul Ali's missed his clearance. Pierluca Carnevale able to hold the deflected shot from Chmielewski. Great moment of invention there from Bosworth. Opened up the space for his teammate. Best chance of the second half there for Occidental. Star keeps it in play, but turns over possession to the Tigers. Kidder, the defender on his back, takes the bump, but still able to find Brown. Now battling with Teplitz. Kidder sticks a foot in. Teplitz drops it off for Corcoran. And it's out for a goal kick. Last touch off the Bearcats. Ty Hernandez doesn't see anything he likes. Checks back for Romero. He's playing for the injured Evan Karp, who came out with a head injury in the first half. Ruelas eager to make up for a couple of misses in front of goal. Put the pressure on here, and Ortiz can't get it back to him. Dominguez Piscasio with the ball into the channel. The run made by Galloway, but it goes all the way through to Cahill. Now Coach Lawfrey going to make the first changes of the second half in just a moment. Hernandez caught on the ball by Jet Star. Is then dumped to the turf. Galloway straight on it with his head up, looking to go quickly. Instead, he'll leave it now. Looks like Vandervelde, or maybe Ortiz now, to stand over the free kick. And the Dutch defender heads into the box. Two-man wall for Occidental. Set up by James Cahill. Now gets Central in between the sticks. And raised for Ortiz, who dinks it towards the back post. Berner Hayes has made the run. It's headed back across by Ali. Looks like it was Vandervelde, rather, who put it back into the danger area. Nobody made the second run. Kai Fiedelholtz replaces Bosworth up top.
Number 23, Kai Fiedelholtz. Number 27, Sam Jenkins.
And Sam Jenkins comes on in place of Teplitz, the senior from Washington, D.C. Dominguez Piscasio gets caught under the ball immediately. A chance presented to Fiedelholtz. Good work tracking back, making amends, Omar Dominguez Piscasio. Got caught under an awkward bouncing ball. Sato looks like he's good to come back in now with the wrap on his right arm. Oxy swinging the corner towards the back post. Chance for Romero. Couldn't get anything on it.
In the game for Willamette, number 10, Ryan Sato.
You'll be a little bit deeper.
And number 20, Luke Robb.
Deeper, sun coming off. Yeah.
So Kidder's come off. Then I'll put Varav in the middle. Sato replacing Jet Star, pushing Ortiz out to the left wing. Galloway for Vandervelde. Sent down the line. Headed clear by Corcoran. Dummy from Varev. Ball at the feet of Max Brown, battling with Corcoran and getting a little too handsy at the first-year left back. Corcoran standing over the ball as Oliver Waters steps away. Corcoran to the top of the box. No one in black and orange gets ahead to it. It's tracked down by Chmielewski in the corner. He's got Abdul Ali on his back. Abdul Ali steps in and puts it out for a throw. That'll bring in a couple more changes for Oxy. Schwartz and Ebley, two experienced midfielders, come back in. Schwartz immediately all the way across. Looks like he's going to try and send in a long throw. This is how Occidental opened the scoring in the first half. As the ball broke free for Kai Fiedelholtz. Again, it's flicked on to the near post. This time, Carnevale's on hand. Tries to get it going quickly. Ruelas called for a little push on Corcoran. Now Ruelas still making a nuisance of himself, runs into Corcoran. And Sato on the field, he'll take. As Ali's the only one left back in maroon and white. Willamette chasing an equalizing goal here with 30 minutes to go. Sato, great ball in, looking for Van der Velde. Varev was the one who lost his footing, couldn't track down the rebound. And Ali sends it back down the field. Berner Hayes takes it on the chest. Settles it for Pascasio. Berner Hayes has a shot deflected behind for a corner. It's looked accomplished in the opposition's penalty area as well as his own. Got 17 goals and 6 assists across his collegiate career. Didn't play last season. The abbreviated 8-game schedule. He's been a mainstay since arriving on campus. And he'll be the target here as the cross is sent in, headed clear by Oxy. Kept alive by Max Brown, and the push by Varev brings the referee's whistle. 4 changes on the way for the Tigers. We've got the luxury of a deep bench here today, traveling everybody from the Los Angeles area down to San Antonio. Ortiz gives it away. Now he's tracking back. He's wrong side of Chmielewski, at least for the moment. Chmielewski coming inside. Cannons it off Ortiz and out for an Oxy throw. That'll bring the subs into the game. Eric DeCosta, Ryan Lee, and Lucas Howlett. So they make 3 changes across the back line. And they bring Jake Foster back in as well for Jazz Henry. Final change, Jack Meeker into midfield. I think that ended up being 5 or 6 changes for Coach Lafferty. Strites is the last one to come off the field, coming all the way across. It's his replacement, Ryan Lee, who's got the ball in his hands for the throw as we get back underway. Schwartz for the ball in behind. Ebley takes it with his first touch, but it's cleared then by the Bearcats. Second ball falls at the feet of Ortiz. Ortiz uses Galloway, and now Sato steps past one, wide for Ali on the overlap. Wants to come onto his favored right foot. Foul goes against Oxy. Drawn by Edwin Ortiz, the junior from Salem, Oregon, who played at Chemeketa Community with Sebastian Ruelas for a season. Now he's been a 2-year starter for the Bearcats. 3 goals, 3 assists in his career coming into this weekend. As Varev, it's a high arcing delivery towards the back post, tangle up with the goalkeeper, and Bernard Hayes is whistled for a foul. That early momentum that the Bearcats had to start the second half seems to have dissipated a bit, although they still controlled proceedings since the break. James Cahill checking the net to make sure it's got holes in it. It's got plenty. Ball into midfield for Schwartz. Free kick just shy of the center circle. Meeker goes short for Hernandez. Howlett forward down the left, finds Ebley. The German has a look up towards goal, plays it out to the right wing for Schwartz, who's made the run. Joey Schwartz sends a cross in, and Carnevale knocks it down and then holds it. Carnevale eager to send a booming punt down the field. He does so. It comes off the head of Ty Hernandez, who was assured there with where the ball was going to come off, right to a teammate. Hernandez scuffs that back pass. Ruelas applying the pressure. He wants his teammates up with him in the press. And as they answered his call for help, they get caught out of position here. And Oxy bring it the other way, but the diagonals under hit, and Van der Velde can recover. Good position taken up by Ortiz, but Van der Velde's ball ran all the way through to the goalkeeper. Cahill waits for Ortiz to get close, then picks it up and rolls it past him. Oxy can't keep possession. It's out for a Willamette throw. 10 yards past the halfway line. Ruelas spreads the play wide for Van der Velde, who's in acres of space. Defender working to get back to him. Van der Velde with a low ball in towards the near post. Varev takes a swing at it. Ortiz tracks it down. Shot from Varev at the top of the box is off target. Romero comes back into the game for Ty Hernandez. It's a well-earned break. He's been superb today, very composed, and he plays with the head of a midfielder. And even though he was deployed at center back today, he certainly saw the passes and had the technique to match. Off the head of Max Brown, ends up helping it on for Oxy. Ryan Lee into the attack. Ali trying to shield this one out of play. I don't know if it's going to reach the line. Now Ali, good work to turn away. His clearance, though, blocked. Falls for Schwartz at the top of the box. That one lasering just over the bar. Kidder into the game for Galloway, who started the half strong, maybe faded in influence as it went on, and he's got his hands on his head, exasperated, coming off to the bench. We got to be approaching the hydration break here momentarily. First goal came just moments before we paused for a quick break. Ended up being more like a quarter than a traditional half as we restarted with a kickoff. And that's the only scoring so far here. This Monday morning Labor Day matchup between two West Coast opponents. taking place in San Antonio. Time for Varev. Sato with shorts on his back. Sato again. Perfect ball out to the left side for Ali. Sends it down the line for Ortiz. Ruelas at the top of the box. Puts it wide again for Ortiz. It's arcing towards the back post for Max Brown. But Vandervelde is offside. And I think we're going to see potentially a red card here. After consultation with the assistant referee. It was late contact on Vandervelde, but he looked like he kicked out once he was on the ground. I'll be surprised if there's not some punishment coming from the official. And the clock is stopped. And we'll see which color the card is. It's going to be a consultation between the linesman and the official. And it's going to be a yellow card for the late collision from Sam Jenkins and a yellow card for Vandervelde and his reaction, and he's a lucky boy. Of course, we don't have the replay to check it out, but it looked naughty from the experienced Dutch right back. And we're going to head to, I believe, the hydration break, as the referee's still in conversation with Jack Meeker, the captain for Occidental. Turning into a bit of a mental game here between the two teams as the tired legs start to set in. Who's going to be mentally tough to see out these final 20 minutes? As it stands, Occidental in front 1-0 on the Tiger Network. So we're still 11-11 as we come out for the final 20 minutes of action. That was certainly in doubt after some antics after the whistle between Jenkins and Vandervelde, who now are having a lighthearted conversation on the Occidental left wing. The ball's headed towards them, but Varev wins it over Ebley. Howlett over the head of Vandervelde. Dominguez Piscasio puts it out. Howlett. Infield for Meeker. Dropped off for DaCosta. Shorts around the corner for Lee, but it's out of play before Ryan Lee can reach it. Quickly taken. In for Ortiz. Dropped off for Ali. Ali. Really good work there. Coming infield onto his favored right foot. Varev spreads it wide for Vandervelde.
Open your hands, Brenner!
Brenner Hayes back to the center back partner. He's got it again here. Varev drops deepest in between the two center backs. A lot of responsibility placed on the shoulders of Luke Varev. He's looked excellent, really, across the weekend. He's looked versatile, dependable. First year from Newbury Park, California. This one gets just past him here, and Fiedelholtz takes a shot from distance, looking for his second goal of the game. It's blocked. And Ortiz picks it up. Ball forward into the feet of Ruelas, holds it up. Vandervelde keeps it in play at the halfway line. And for Ruelas, takes a bump. And draws the whistle.
You're all right. Come on. Come on. Hey, we need leadership right now. Come on, guys. Dig deep.
His final 18 minutes, as you hear Coach Adelman talking to his team, telling them to dig deep. It's going to be tough. Both teams playing their third game in 4 days. Sato lifts this one in, good weight on it, and it's headed towards goal and into the back of the net. Brenner Hayes at last finds a goal from the set piece. The Seattle native uses all of his 6'4" frame, rising highest and heading past the onrushing goalkeeper. Assist will go to Ryan Sato. Put a great delivery into the box. And now we're all square once again.
And number 11, Kristen Corcoran.
10. Jazz Henry drops it back, and we're back underway here now, 1-1. We'll get the scoreboard updated for you in just a moment. Willamette answering back to the first half goal from Kai Fiedelholtz. And answering their coach's call to dig deep. They've found the equalizing goal, and now can they go on, ride the momentum, and find a winner. They're bringing back on their starting striker, Artem Baronian, in place of Ruelas, who won the free kick that led to the goal. And he's congratulated by his coach for that involvement. Doesn't have his goal just yet, but he's an honest worker up top. And really good in hold-up play despite being one of the smaller strikers out there. Baronian, much bigger, 5'10", 150. It looks like he's put on some muscle since maybe they took those last measurements. Here he is on the ball. Baronian cuts onto his favorite left foot, has a pop from distance. Keeper was never worried.
Rob Taylor, number 4, Nathan Straits into the game.
I said play the space. I said the same thing he did. Hey. We're all good, Omar. We're all good. Come on now.
Dominguez Piscasio wins that one over Jazz Henry. Looks like he's playing a little bit further forward. He started the game at the base of the midfield. This one arcing towards shorts. Carnevale plucks it out of the air. I was talking to Trinity assistant coach Edward Carty in the build-up to this game about how the absence of Adrian Paredes might affect Occidental. And he talked to me about, who will they deploy in this position? Will it just be a like-for-like sub, or will they move someone else into that role where perhaps they're better further up the field? Looks like Jazz Henry now being deployed further up the field in his more comfortable position. Might have been the casualty of losing their senior captain, Adrian Paredes. Right now it's Jack Meeker playing in his role. The defensive midfielder for Willamette, Simon Kidder, put it wide for Ali there, but his first touch was heavy. The Bearcats will have a throw. Flicked on in the direction of Max Brown. And Oxy can't work it clear. It'll be another Willamette throw. Subs come in, one on each side. Now two for Oxy. As Justin Kent and Chmielewski re-enter. Galloway will wait here as they're going to go for the long throw-in. Brenner Hayes and Dominguez Piscasio up from the back. Brenner Hayes can't flick it on, but it's back out with Varev. Lifts in on the left foot. Ali now with a chance, striking on his right. Shot blocked and it's wide where Teplitz sends it down the field. Time for Kidder, he finds Sato. Sato, the ball in behind. Brenner Hayes made the run. And Vandervelde doesn't get much behind his clearance. He's going to have to track back now as Teplitz is running right at him. Teplitz plays it across, and it's a strong intervention from Varev. And the referee's whistle goes, surprisingly, for pretty much everybody. I don't think even Occidental expecting the call there. The officials now presented Oxy with a great opportunity. As Willamette set their wall. Looks like Teplitz and Schwartz over the ball. It's just about the perfect range for a free kick. There's enough room to get it up and down over the wall, or maybe to curl it in goalkeeper's side. The left foot looking imposing as well for Streitz. It's going to be Teplitz. Steps over it, leaves it for Schwartz, and got it all wrong. Wasted opportunity for the Tigers. And now Galloway and Doherty re-enter the game for Ali and Varev. So it's Kidder, Galloway, and Sato in midfield right now. For the Bearcats is Dominguez Piscasio, a bit loose with the ball at the back. Brenner Hayes cleans it up, heading it to his goalkeeper. Ball right onto the halfway line. Brown can't get a foot on it. Brenner Hayes finds Brown. Brown can't turn. Vandervelde's offside. Teplitz with a heavy first touch. Sato picks it up. Sato As it sled tackled away from him by Corcoran. Vandervelde shields it away from Shorts. Play down the line for Sato, who's got a moment. Immediately closed down by Corcoran. Second straight reckless challenge for Corcoran, and this time he was nowhere near the ball. He'll go into the book. Similar position to where Willamette found the equalizing goal. Burner Hayes will be the target again. Sato again will swing in the delivery on the left foot. Can they replicate the success? They got them back on level terms. It's about 7 minutes ago. Subs ready for Oxy. Will they come into a tie game or will they come behind? Sato certainly hopes so. He puts it in to a dangerous area. Keeper meets it with a punch. Edge of the area. The volley comes in from Baronian. Skews wide. And we stay all square. Fiedelholtz and Jenkins back in. Striker and left winger. Fiedelholtz, who's got the goal for Oxy on the day. Galloway meets the goal kick with his head. Kidder tracks down the second ball. Sato tries to flick it over one, but the imposing frame of Jazz Henry is there and waiting.
Straight out, still in.
We'll see if the Bearcats go for a long throw in here. This one deep in the attacking third. It's left for Vandervelde. The center back stay at home. Here's Max Brown, finds a pocket of space. Needs runners in the area. Eventually they came, but his cross was blocked behind for a corner. Sato comes across to take. He's got a goal and assist on the weekend. Looking to add to it here. He swings it in swinging service, in towards Burner Hayes, and it's turned in at the doorstep, and the flag stays down. The Bearcats are in front for the first time today. And it looks like it was Vandervelde who got the rebound. Burner Hayes won the initial header. And it was Vandervelde who was involved in that controversial incident probably about 10 minutes ago, who gets the go-ahead goal. And now with 9 minutes remaining in the second half, the Bearcats have a lead to defend as they look to move to 2-1 on the year and take another win back to Oregon with them here on Labor Day. Changes for Occidental. Will look to come off the bench and ruin their holiday plans and avoid an 0-3 trip here to San Antonio. Played a very close game with Southwestern, and ultimately the lack of discipline cost them as they ended the game with 10 men and conceded a late penalty. And it's been set pieces that have got Willamette back into this game, although they've had a large majority of possession in the second half. Max Brown had an opportunity to turn, but his touch was heavy. Vandervelde now at center back. Dominguez Piscasio on the bench, and Abdul Ali, the right back. Carnevale ahead to Vandervelde, who launches it into the channel for Baronian to chase. He's tracked it down. Comes off the foot of Ortiz. Galloway cleans it up. Now Doherty saw the run of Max Brown, and the keeper coughed it up. He grabbed it immediately after. Drop of the shoulder for Howlett. And he finds the ball forward for Corcoran. That one comes off Galloway. Didn't know much about it, but he's broken up the possession for Oxy. And Doherty looks to get a counter charge going. Wins a throw just on the halfway line. That'll allow Ruelas to come back into the game for Max Brown on the right wing. And 3 changes will come in for Oxy the next opportunity. Bearcats have fought their way back into this game here in the second half. They've controlled possession, and they've struck on set pieces using the ever-present threat of Max Berner-Hayes, who scored the first one and had his header saved on the second one, leading to Vanderveld's goal from just about a yard out. Ruelas, first involvement since coming back in, puts it forward for Ali. Out for a Willamette throw. Ortiz stayed down. He's going to have to come off here as Jetstar checks back into the game. He struck the crossbar in a buzzer-beating attempt at the spectacular in the first half.
Number 22, Jetstar.
Sort of player that's unpredictable, surprisingly crafty.
And for Occidental, number 10,
At the same time, an honest worker will always keep the back line on their toes. As Edwin Ortiz looks spent. 3 games in 4 days. Gets a big hug from Coach Adelman. And he'll rely on his teammates to see this one over the line. Space for Sato. And he got some knuckling movement on the shot, but started out too low and ended up comfortable for the goalkeeper. Barnstorming run here from Chmielewski, but it ends up with the referee's whistle and his hand pointed for a Willamette throw, or a Willamette foul, excuse me. Dropped off to Carnevale. He's had the ball at his feet plenty here in the second half. Not much to do in terms of making saves. Don't think he has any to add to his 2 in the first. Was excellent shot stopping yesterday against Trinity. And it's his distribution that's been on show today. He's coming off the line there, but the flag's up against Fido Holtz. And we're under 5 minutes to play. We conclude opening weekend here at Paul McGinley Field with a neutral match here. Willamette and Occidental as it stands. The Bearcats would move to 2-1. And Oxy would fall to 1-3, 0-3 on the weekend. It would be a disappointing result for the Tigers, who returned to play after no competitive games last year because of the pandemic. They've got 4 minutes here to try and earn some extra soccer, or you think their depth would really play into their hands. Referee makes them retake the goal kick. Goes short. Here's Romero. There's another good run for Chmielewski. He's now in the area, and he takes the shot, stings the palms of Carnevale. Kidder couldn't clear it. And Schwartz couldn't get the shot away on the follow-up. Ruelas sends it down the line and commits the foul on Henry. Jazz Henry will now head up into the box. Standing at 6'3" from Davenport, Florida. And the service is going to come from wide here as Eble's found space off the outside of the right foot. It's a great ball across. Just needed the finishing touch. Now at the top of the box. Carnevale had it covered. Lucas Howlett with the effort. 2.5 minutes to go. Occidental College still believe there's a goal in it for them. Carnevale, not one of his best kicks. But Willamette maybe lucky, maybe smart in holding the line there. Vandervelde takes his time. He's got to be careful. He's on a yellow card. It's a great service, and Jetstar uses his body well. Shields it away from the defender, and he'll head to the corner. Referee says a clean tackle. At the moment, though, Willamette keeping it far from their goal, right where they want it. It'll be a throw. Doherty plays it to Starr. Baronian and Starr looking to keep it here near the flag, but Starr was offside. Minute 20 seconds to go. 16 shots, 5 on target in this game for Willamette. 2 goals here in the second half from Berner Hayes and Vandervelde, 2 defenders, 2 senior leaders. There's another one of their senior leaders, Sato, who got the assist on the first and put the ball in for the second. Put that one out onto Mulberry Avenue. Here's a chance with under a minute to go. Everybody's coming forward, even the goalkeeper. Might be the last real meaningful opportunity for the Tigers. They're going to set it up in no rush here as the seconds tick down. Everybody in the area in black and orange and sent towards the back post. Jazz Henry, what a save, Carnevale. Still not cleared for Willamette. And then Carnevale goes up and makes the claim, a huge save for the sophomore goalkeeper. Might be the biggest of his career so far. He came up with the goods when his team needed him. Takes all the time he can and then sends a booming punt down the field. Ruelas is the only one forward for Willamette. And that'll do it. Jazz Henry had the chance to send us to overtime, but Carnevale, with a huge left hand, preserved the win, and Willamette take 2 out of 3 on the weekend here. A successful trip to San Antonio. I'm sure Coach Lawfrey will say he learned a lot about his team this weekend, dropping a couple of close games over the past 2 days. They'll be back in action in SCIAC play on Wednesday, September 15th, so some time to iron things out and to review the film from what was an action-packed weekend of soccer here at Trinity University. Trinity men's and women's soccer getting off to a flying start to the season, 2-0 record for both of them. Southwestern came in and split a pair of games against these two. Willamette go 2-1, and Oxy, the unfortunate 0-3 record this weekend. It's been a pleasure. 6 games over 3 days for myself. I hope you enjoyed our coverage of an action-packed weekend of soccer on the Tiger Network, and have a good Labor Day. Thank you.